Hi, welcome to the MGL podcast. This podcast is about our lives as missionaries of God's love. What is adoration?
Adoration is adoring Jesus. Yeah. Adoration. So in Mass, when the priest consecrates, so prays over the bread and it turns into the body of Jesus through the words of institution that Jesus prayed. And so it becomes the body and blood, soul and divinity of Jesus. So it's present. So it makes sense that because we believe this is his presence, that you want to be in his presence. And so adoration is just sitting in the presence of the Blessed Sacrament. And so usually it's in a monstrance, which is a beautiful just kind of a container that displays Jesus. And so we get to just sit in the presence of Jesus and adore him and just be there. We don't have to do anything, but just be in the presence of Jesus.
Saint Alphonsus the Guru, he speaks about adoration and he says, of all devotions, that of adoring Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament is the greatest after the sacraments, the one dearest to God and the one most helpful to us. I'll read that again from Saint Alphonsus the Guru. Of all devotions, that of adoring Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament is the greatest after the sacraments, the one dearest to God and the one most helpful to us. So after the sacraments, reconciliation, Eucharist, the Lord's Supper, we go receive communion at Mass, and all these beautiful sacraments. After that, the greatest devotion, the form of prayer, giving our hearts to God, being with him, the greatest one is adoration, because we spend time with the true presence of Jesus. So that's one thing. You might go on Google and literally just type in adoration near me, or look at Catholic parishes, find out when they're doing adoration and join in. And you can do those 4 quadrants of prayer. The first one is praising God, then you're repenting, asking, and adoring the Lord. And you might do that in the context of adoration, or you might just do it on your couch. You might go for a walk, in any context really. It's a wonderful way, and once you get in the flow, you don't have to make it perfectly quadrants, whatever. Go with the Spirit. And it's a good way to focus. It's a good way to give yourself time for those real essential movements of prayer in our spiritual life.
Thanks for listening to the MGL podcast. Tune in every Monday and Wednesday for new episodes. Connect with us on Instagram at MGL_priests and brothers. And that's all from us until next time.